High Heels Happy Hour. I'm Christina.
And I'm Ingrid.
And today we're going to be a little bit in da, 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 vacation mode.
This way.
Do, 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 do. Yes, this is my actual sun hat. I don't know what happened to it, but it got a little bit of a. I love a good cowboy hat. So I have a cowboy sun hat. But we are going to talk about unwinding and unplugging and how as entrepreneurs we can prepare our businesses for vacation or vacation proofing our businesses so that we can unwind and unplug.
Yes, we want to do that.
Yes. So should we be wearing the hats the entire episode or should we be taking them off? What do you think?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Well, let's leave it
Well,
on
let's
for
leave
the
it for a little
check-in.
bit. Yes. So how was your week?
Well, it was great, not so great.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Isabella got sick, really
Yeah.
sick. So she ended up getting mono,
Mm-hmm.
which is no fun. And of course, I Google mono and it says kissing disease or no. I'm like, wait, Bella, who'd you kiss? She's like,
Yeah.
Mama, nobody. So they ended up sharing a drink, a couple of the girls. So I was really sad.
Yeah.
Because she was really sick.
Oh.
Other than that, everybody else is pretty healthy, so that's good. But the week was good. They finished school. So now I have a 5th grader, 6th grader, and 8th grader.
Yeah.
But everything else is great. How about you?
It's been a good week. Nothing too crazy, just work, which is good. And everyone's getting ready for vacation. Yeah, we're getting there. So yeah, no, nothing crazy, nothing bad, nothing. Well, Bella got an award at volleyball, so that was fun. The Spirit Award. So
I
she's
did
my
see that.
cheerleader. Ooh, ooh.
I
Yes.
love it.
So that was fun for her. And yeah, Biggie went to college orientation with his dad this weekend, which is also crazy. So I have what is that? I have two freshmen, one high school, one college.
That's right, you do.
Yeah. So what is your hack?
So my hack is, for those of you that have been listening and know, I love coffee.
Cheers.
And yes, I have mine
Cheers.
too here.
Mm-hmm.
It's hot today, but one of my biggest pet peeves is iced coffee. I love iced coffee, but I hate that I dislike that it waters down because of ice.
Yeah,
so
I agree. I don't like that either.
If you brew the
and they
coffee,
usually do so much of the ice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's nice and cold,
Yeah.
but it waters the coffee. So if you make your coffee a little stronger and put it in ice cube trays and use that as your coffee and then use your creamer of choice. I used to use oat milk, but you and I spoke about how
oatmeal is starch juice.
Yes. So now I use coconut milk with a little bit of cinnamon.
Yes.
So
that's good.
Hack is
but not when you're fasting, right?
No, that's like when I break my fast.
Yeah.
Not when I'm fasting, correct. When I'm fasting, I do black. But for iced coffee, do the coffee in ice cubes.
That would be good for smoothies too, if you want it. Because I sometimes in the afternoon like to make a smoothie with coffee.
Yeah.
And then I put some ice in it, but you could put coffee ice cubes.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm going to do that.
With anything.
That's great.
You can put it on your liquor, Kahlua.
And I think, isn't it Brooklyn Water Bagels that do that?
You told me that.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
I think they do coffee ice cubes. It's kind of like their thing, I think.
Well, now it's
our thing. Wrong.
Okay. So now you learned.
So you can you don't need to go. My hat is all.
It's excited.
Weird. Oh, well. That's a good one.
Thanks.
I like it. So
did you guys hear that? My hack was a good one.
You always have good hacks. I haven't done the strawberry one, but I will make it soon. My hack. So last week I dropped a bombshell that I, after 34 years, started eating meat, and I have eaten meat every day since. So strange, but I need the protein load up. So I really like chicken. I've noticed. I didn't grow up eating a lot of chicken because I think my dad didn't like chicken. Chicken wasn't big in Sweden. Like not here, like here. Everything is chicken here. But in Sweden growing up, maybe it is now. I don't know. I skipped that for 34 years, so I wouldn't know. But it was not something, we made a lot. So I've always been scared of preparing chicken. I can prepare even when I was a vegetarian, I cooked meat and it's easy to see if it's done or not. Chicken freaked me out because salmonella and undercooked. And so I always overcooked chicken to where it was super dry.
Rubber.
Yeah. But I've noticed I've done a lot of air fryer chicken. I mean, that's my new hack. You can't, and now I can see if it's done or not. Of course, you can undercook it there too, but it's just so easy, and it gets moist and nice, and it doesn't get like that hard. If you put it in the pan, it just gets, I don't know. So air fryer chicken is my new go-to protein. So I just marinate it a little bit and with some soy oil, olive oil, balsamic vinegar, rosemary, and some salt.
I'm so proud
And
of you.
then put it in the air fryer. And boom, so good. So yes, if you haven't tried air fried chicken, you got to try it.
I've been telling her that.
Well,
I'm so glad you tried it.
Well, yes. In my new life as a meat eater, yeah, I haven't eaten tons, but I've eaten a little bit every day to sort of also to get the system used to it, since my system has.
That's good. I mean, it's great. I mean,
So
I do a
it's
lot
been
in
good.
the air fryer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I do chicken parm.
Yeah, but I used it for vegetables only before, and so did the rest of the family. But now we can just put everything in there.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right.
I love it.
So
yay.
I wish we had invested in an air fryer company that we could, or bought stocks in Ninja or something. I don't think they're traded. All right. So today we are going to talk about vacation because we are in the vacation.
I'll get these off now.
Are we taking these off now?
Let's get ready to work.
Okay. Let's get down to business.
Yes. Get hot.
And I will say this is an area. Well, let's step back. As entrepreneurs, being your business and kind of your business and you are one, being gone on vacation and completely unplugging is a scary scenario, right? Because what are you missing out on? And I think coming from Europe and coming from Sweden, where you have 5 weeks paid vacation every year. And if you, like me, have been in a company for a while, then you had 6 weeks paid vacation.
That's insane.
And yes, that's paid vacation. Then you really learn to unplug and unwind. So most people take at least like 3 weeks, consecutive weeks in the summer. More so, people probably take 4, and then they have another week off in the winter or 2, depending on how much vacation you have. But everyone has at least 5. So when you're gone a month, you have no option but to kind of unplug and really leave your business, leave your work. And that's easy when you're employed, but what do you do as an entrepreneur? And that's something I've been doing my whole entrepreneurial career. We go to Sweden for a month every summer, the month of July usually, but it varies a little. And because of time differences, because of us traveling around a lot when we're there, I have had to really make sure I don't bring work with me on vacation. I mean, some occasional things, and we will go through it, but really, I have learned to prepare. So I feel like I am qualified to discuss this subject. But I think one of the things that I see, and one of the things I really saw as a difference moving to the United States was people went on vacation, but they weren't on vacation because you could still call them and they were still plugging in and were still online and reading emails and responding and being on conference calls.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Americans truly unplug and unwind on vacation. That's my statement, and I'm sticking to it.
No, that's a pretty true statement because I don't think I've ever gone on vacation and not worked.
Yeah. And we need that recharge. We truly do. And also, when you're not present on vacation, you're not present there, and then you're not at work physically, so you're not fully present there. It's kind of like
you're in this
it's
cloud.
just trying to
coexist.
Yeah.
Or what is it
try
called?
to do too many things at once and not
it's no
being
fun
anywhere.
Because then you're stressed on vacation that you're working, and then you come home and you just went on vacation, but you're not on.
So you need a vacation from the vacation.
Yes. And people say that
all the time. Jinx. Yes. Like, oh, it was just so much. I need a vacation from the vacation. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we should have extended a few more days just to unwind.
Yeah.
I'm like, you should have unwinded.
Like by the time you go there, and especially if you go into another time zone. I mean, I know when I go to Europe, it takes me about a week to fully get into the time zone. And if you only have a week, then you've adjusted and then you go back and then you need another week to adjust back. So it really is. And I'm not saying you can do weeks and weeks and weeks, and 5 weeks is it's pretty, hearing that as an American, I'm sure it sounds pretty outrageous, but Swedes are really good at, and I shouldn't say it's not just Sweden, it's all the Northern European countries have, I don't know exact number of weeks, but have extended vacation time so that you can really unwind.
I mean, I've known you. I didn't know any different. I was like, oh, well, Christina leaves. You used to leave twice sometimes.
And I still do. Sometimes we leave for Christmas, and then we probably leave like 2 weeks.
I just thought you just loved going home all the time.
Well, we do, but I mean, now
but
otherwise,
it's something that you've been accustomed to.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
We and I will say that the flip side of the coin, everyone going for long periods of time, is don't try to get any business done with Sweden during July because no one's working. So if you try to do a business deal or get a hold of people, forget it. No one's there. Everyone's on vacation.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Unless you're in the hospitality industry. That's because then that's when you can work. But no, it is, and you say usually August is Southern Europe's vacation. So if you're more Italy, Spain, don't get any work done in August because they're all on vacation. Yeah. So how can we, because as entrepreneurs, we really can decide for ourselves how long and when and whatever we can afford financially and mentally and business-wise.
Well, I think mentally we can all afford 5 weeks of unwinding.
Right. But having a little more vacation, what can we do to make sure our business doesn't fall apart during our vacation? So I have some tips that we came up with. I also asked ChatGPT, as we heard in last week's episode. Got some help from ChatGPT. Came up with some
he or
points.
She
or
awesome.
Or them, or whatever we call it. Yeah. So number one, what to do to first, just the importance of a proper vacation. So if you're spending the money going away, make sure you really, really can unplug and unwind and leave your business at home. Because otherwise, what is the point? And it's a lot of money wasted for a lot of heartache. So, uh, but all of it is planning and organization prior so that you can have the luxury of not thinking about it. So the first is really just start planning early, so that you're not struggling, because we've also seen you work 24 hours the days leading up to your vacation, and then you're just dead the first half of the vacation. So try to start planning and preparing early. So I'm leaving in about 2 weeks, so I am definitely in high planning mode right now.
Nesting. Kind of nesting.
Kind of, but more what needs. I haven't started packing, but I've started gathering all the things that needs, ordering things that I need to bring, and also discussing with
So a
clients.
checklist would probably be a good idea.
Yes, having a good checklist, what you need, start thinking ahead. So yeah, start preparing early. And then number 2 is to make sure you prioritize the tasks for when you're gone. And it's in the planning process, but for your business wise, what are some absolutes, some essentials, and what are non-essentials for when you are gone? Now, of course, if you have employees or staff, this is even more important to kind of mark out. If you're a solopreneur, but if you are not, if you're gonna kind of delegate some stuff when you're gone, it's really important that you prioritize what needs to be done, what could wait, but can happen if time allows. So really start. And when it comes to essential and non-essential, of course, it's going to vary for each business. What is essential? What is non-essential? But just kind of like a rough list, non-essential or essential tasks. Let's start there, since they're the important stuff.
The money making. So we have here fulfilling pending client orders.
Yes, of course.
Which is going to
anything
create that money.
that brings in the moolah needs to.
But like for us, for both of us, will be delivering or sending out packages.
Yes,
I know we've learned how to. I mentioned to you how the post office can come pick up packages.
Yep.
So having everything ready to go, because that's all money coming in, whether it's that day or a couple of days after.
Yep.
You'll have that money coming in.
Making a lot of sheet noises. But yes, so essential is making sure you have fulfilled client orders prior.
And payroll. If you have employees.
Financial. If you have employees, make sure payroll has been covered. Pay yourself. And also pay the bills.
Yes.
And today it's so easy with banking online. I mean, you can just set up when bills need to be paid. So make sure all the financial issues are taken care of as well when you're gone. And then something that can be non-essential, but for some businesses are essential, is, for instance, your social media presence. Instead of having to post, if you have a strong presence on social media and it's something that is important to you, make sure you have planned, because now they have all these planning tools for posting for your social media posts. And each platform, so Facebook, Instagram, they have their own planning devices now. I know that there are central planning devices like a Canva. You can go in and plan your posting, but it is better for the algorithm if you actually plan it within the platform's own
so they communicate better.
Device. So you can go in and plan your posts for the entire time you're gone.
I love it.
Now, if social media is not important for you, then I would say social media posting is definitely a non-essential task that does not necessarily need to happen during vacation, or don't need to struggle to finish before leaving. And other things that are non-essential too, just routine tasks, um, like filing and bookkeeping when it comes to just your
Not fun
ongoing.
stuff, but it has to be done.
But it's not. You can wait till you get back home.
But Christina, on the social media, if they don't have social media, like if they don't have a large presence,
Yeah,
emails
email is
and auto response voicemail too.
Yeah,
So if
but we're getting to that.
I'm jumping the gun.
Yes, you're jumping
But,
the gun a little bit there.
I just figured with emails you can automation.
Yes, and we're going to get to all the automation tools. Auto tools. We're shortening it to auto. But when the whole prioritizing, really making sure that you have a list of what you consider to be essential and non-essential, so that you yourself or your staff know exactly what's going to happen. Now, number 3, communication with clients, of course, staff or partners that you work with. Like Ingrid would like for me to know, would like for me to tell her that I'm going away, because otherwise it would be hard to produce this podcast. So yes, making sure that you communicate to people, let people know that you're going to be gone.
You're leaving.
Yes, but that, I'll be back. So for clients, if you are in a product-based business like we are with our Mary Kay, sending it out an email. I've done that this week, saying, well, I'm going to be gone. So if you want to put any orders in, I can't fulfill orders when I'm not here. So if you need anything while I'm gone, please order by this date. So any product based. Also for my, if you have a service based business, just letting people know that you are going to be out of town, so it's not a surprise. And so just kind of letting everyone know, so there are no one gets mad because you're not answering. And also it's for your peace of mind, because if people know that you're going to be gone, they're not going to try to contact you. So you're not going to feel bad for not picking up. Or so it's just works.
Or anybody new, if you have everything on, your emails, everything is squared away, someone new looking at your website, by you telling them, you'll be out of town and you're responding, it just makes.
That leads us to the next, that's what you've been alluding to, the auto tools.
Ingrid's just excited.
And really, this is, there's so many. So actually for us nowadays, doing again that preparation ahead of time, really there shouldn't be a reason why you need to check your emails or anything. So there are tons of great business automation tools. Your vacay wing woman, as ChatGPT like to call it. So some of them, the first one, the best one, and I can tell you that it took me a long time to start using it. I don't know why, so stupid. Your auto response on your email. Just saying, when anyone sends you an email, you have an auto response going back saying, hey.
You don't use that?
It took me forever to use it.
Why?
I don't know. I guess I just forgot.
It's a Swedish thing.
I will say one thing though. In order to activate your auto response, it's a little trickier on Mac Mail, Apple Mail. I use Apple. I had to Google how to do that. It wasn't.
What?
Yeah, it was not super straightforward. So just saying, if you are an Apple user, you might have to take a few extra steps. You could just message me and I'll walk you through it. But just having an email go back saying, hey, I'm on vacation, will probably not get to read my emails until this date. Now, if you have a business that's super, where things can come up that are crucial that someone deals with right away, you might put in your assistant's name or someone else they can contact in that auto response while I'm gone, you can call this person or email this person. So for instance, with product-based businesses, so when I've been gone, and if someone desperately needs cosmetics, I mean, like
Can't
life or
wait.
death
Yes.
situation, I direct them to Ingrid so that she can help them when I'm gone. So when that works.
It has happened.
It has happened where, oh my God, I'm out. So that's a good backup, and we'll talk more about that in the next point as well. But so auto response and email, number one, super easy. Another thing that you can set up automation on, we said social media. You can plan that all ahead of time. Emails, if you have newsletters or if you are on a regular basis communicating with your audience, a good CRM, like we've talked about in the past, you can just plan your emails and write them ahead of time. And during vacation, I like to reuse things I used last year around this time, because usually I talk about vacation oriented subjects or things to think about for the summer, and you can just one remembers, and you can recycle things that you used in the past and just put them on on autopilot, so to say. But that's also super important, super easy to do ahead of time. Now, something that when you're gone, another automation tool or auto tool you can put up for your business if you have employees is standard operating procedures, or SOPs. So what they are is more like you have a document that lists exactly how you do things in your business,
step by step.
Yes. So if someone is to cover for you, it's easy for them to just go into the document and see, okay, these are the things we do. So having those set up ahead of time, and then they become an auto tool as well. So I don't have standard operating procedures being a solopreneur, and I have my assistant Amber, but there is no real operating system. So maybe that's something I need to work on. But I have a standard operating procedure for my dog.
She does.
Yes. So when we go on vacation, the dog goes on vacation to 4 different homes. And I have a written outline for how she does things, like when she walked, what she eats, when she eats, any issues, vet's name and number, all those things. So I have the standard operating procedure for Georgia Peach, but not for my business. And you know what? Getting one done is probably a great exercise in really thinking through how you do things. So I think that could be
what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be a fun thing to do, or a great thing to do for last half of the year, putting together a standard operating procedure.
I started one without even knowing, because SOPs have been what I've used in the military. That's how we.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that's everything in the military is SOP, because you never know who's filling in.
Yeah.
Or when you just get thrown into something. So there's an SOP for everything.
So maybe we need to make a whole episode on Ingrid can teach us about SOPs, how to put together.
I didn't say I like them.
Oh, but it could be a good. So comment if you shoot us an email or social DM us if you think getting a proper episode on how to create SOPs. I think I want that episode. So,
well, with the military, they always talk about standard operations, and then they give you, if this happens, this is your SOP. If this happens, this. So there's always an SOP for an SOP.
I think that sounds
like
a great idea.
But I started something similar, something smaller scale for Isabella, because she's been helping me in the office and entering stuff. Yeah. So I have something written
Yeah,
down.
it is great because if you get an assistant, if you call someone in, just um, yeah, if you're hiring a Fiverr
Mhm.
or an Upworks person and they wonder about something in your company, if you have an SOP, that's hmm,
No, I think it's SOP has a wide range
yeah.
of avenues. I mean, I do it. I guess I do it without even knowing it was an SOP,
Well,
but it
now you're going to
does.
be the expert because you're going to create a whole episode about
Right, chat GPT is gonna get to work.
Chat GPT. Okay, so that was the auto tools. Any other auto tool you can think of that? Well, one thing I've always done is my voicemail on my phone.
I don't. You do change your voicemail?
Yes, I change it when I'm gone
Oh,
because I
I
can't.
usually don't call you because I know you're
Oh
gone.
yeah, but for people that call me, I change the voicemail because I can usually text when I'm over there, but I can't. I mean, you can call, but it costs a freaking fortune, so I don't pick up the phone. Uh, but then having a voice message that says I'm out of town, I'm not going to listen to my messages. So if you really need to get a hold of me or if this is urgent, either redirect to someone else or just say, write me an email or text me or whatever. Or just get back to me on this date.
It's so funny because I've never called you, so I'm like,
Well,
no,
no,
I'm
I always
like,
do. I've always done that. And I know a few times it's been on the airplane as we're about to take off. I'm like, shoot, I haven't changed my voicemail. So in the in my voicemail, you hear like, and now we're about to take off in the background. So yeah,
that could be a really cool
that could
voicemail.
be a really
And
yeah.
look, did you hear?
Yeah.
We're gonna take off. Let's go.
Now I'm gonna take off. Yeah. So yeah, change your voicemail
Yes.
settings. Now, one thing I don't know, and this is something we probably need to investigate, but I don't know. And if you listeners out there know, let me know. I wonder if there's an auto response to text.
Yes.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
I've
God.
never
Okay.
used that.
Okay. I think I almost fell off my chair. Christina.
I have never used an auto response on
What?
text. Have you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
for what? Oh, you know what? Yes. I haven't used it, but I know it's there. Yeah. No, I don't. I have not used that.
Hmm. Okay. Well then.
Yes. I know
Now,
that when you're on the other line, you could do, but you could just do for any old random text. Sorry, I am on vacation. I will get back to you when I'm back in the office.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do that this year. That's going to be great.
That is so funny.
So yeah, those were the auto tools. And then last step here or point you could do is, and we alluded to it, plan for emergencies. So if someone has, or if something happens and you need someone to cover. So another thing we do every year is for the house, since we're gone extended time, if something were to happen, if there's a hurricane that comes through and we're gone, we have someone who can come into the house and knows, what to look for and have a key, have alarm systems, all that. So that's from a personal standpoint,
Mhm.
but for your business too. As I said, I redirect them to Ingrid when I'm gone, but it could be good to have someone else if things were to happen, maybe have access to your passwords or something of that sort, business wise. That could be a backup if something happens. If something happens to where, there's a strike on the airlines and you can't get back when you were supposed to get back and you planned, but then you have to extend.
So you got to plan for your plan and plan for that.
Yeah. So have emergency stuff available for someone to, an SOP for emergencies, I guess.
No, but I think it's just, you don't want to think the worst, but you always kind of want to be prepared.
Yeah. Having a backup system to someone that can step in and take care of.
And I will mention to you, it's not on here, but wanted to mention going overseas. I know you're Swedish, so you have banking also there.
Yeah.
But letting your banks know that you're going.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yes. Because I've been places not too far, and I know I have the money, and I've
Yes.
been the account has been frauded, and it's me, but then
Yeah.
I can't use it,
That
and
is a
it's
really good point.
and the money too. You want to make sure that since you're away,
Yeah.
you're the one using your account, not someone
Yeah.
at home, because it can create a lot
So
of
yeah, and if you have separate accounts, which you should have, we talked about that in the
yes.
past, for your business and your personal, letting both banks know that you are out of town in case you're using business account
Mhm.
when you're gone for something, uh, so that they don't freeze all your assets. Because then your auto tools won't work either if you have payroll and they all of a sudden freeze your
It can
accounts.
cause a
Can
lot.
cause a lot of issues. Yeah,
Yes.
I've known numerous times, not for us. Well, I think it happened way back when we had other banks and they just couldn't understand the fact that we were gone for so long. Um, you're standing there and you have no method of payment all
Mhm.
of a sudden, and that's scary.
And talking about method of payment is cash.
Yeah.
Being prepared. Like I said, you're a little more advanced because you go there often,
Mhm.
but having money, having I mean, all that stuff is very
Yeah.
you don't think about it.
Yeah.
And it's
No, it can you feel very naked and alone when you have no method of payment all of a sudden.
definitely naked.
Yeah. Hopefully you have clothes on, but yes. So those were some of the easy ways to prepare or business vacation proof your business. So preparing in good time, not leaving everything to um, last minute, making sure you have a good priority list of essential, what is non-essential. And I know we talked about that too. Everything is essential, everything is super important.
Yes.
It's not. So just learn to prioritize. Uh, Communicating with people around you that you are going to be gone, setting up those auto tools, including the text response.
Yes.
And then planning for emergencies, what to do if things don't go as planned on your vacation. Yeah, I think it's we all deserve to unplug, unwind, and not have to think about our business 24/7, right?
I concur.
Yeah, I recommend it. I will say though, being gone a month, I don't always recommend being gone that long because coming back can be brutal, and all of a sudden you're like, "Whoa,
You get used to
I
being away. I'm like,
just."
Christina, come on, we gotta go
Yeah.
back to work.
So, but I think like a good week, 2 weeks, and not being on email constantly and checking in is definitely good for the soul, right?
Yes. Well, I mean, I haven't had a really good vacation. I was supposed to go on vacation this
Yeah,
year,
yeah,
but things happen.
yeah. You deserve a good vacation.
Yeah. So
Yes.
that's my goal is to really go on
Yeah.
a really good vacation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
stay tuned. I'll let you guys know where we
Stay
go.
tuned.
So, Christina,
Yeah.
on a funny kind of fun note.
Should we have our sun hats on now
Yes.
since we're back in vacation mode?
So, sorry, mine is back here.
Oh,
So, I will tell you, this has nothing to do with the business, but it really freaked me out when I went on a trip, is to pack extra clothes if you can in your carry-on.
yes. That's
And
always
it
a
has
good
nothing
idea.
to do with the business, but I will tell you, it is the worst thing when your luggage doesn't come.
Doesn't arrive, or there's a layover again. There could be strikes and stuff, and there's a layover,
Yes.
and your luggage is tucked away somewhere, and you
Ugh.
can't get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just wanted to
It's
tell
not
you
just for big because we used to do it when the kids were babies. We always had backups because that accidents happen. Have some for you, but I will say too, I have a PDF. That you can access. We'll put the link in the show notes. How to pack for vacation. Pack like a
What?
pro. Things to think about when you're packing for vacation.
Well,
Yeah.
then that's a little bonus.
Yes, and it's in my newsletter too.
I
my
love
recent
it.
newsletter,
Okay.
how to pack for vacation. So
because that happened to me and I was mortified.
yeah, yeah. But it's also how to, because a lot of women are overpackers. We
Mhm.
think we need everything in the kitchen sink. So I have how to kind of streamline your
I love it. I
packing.
streamline because obviously you taught me, but I maybe forgot the memo of bringing stuff in my carry-on.
Yeah, I don't think that I can't remember if that was actually on there, but that I should
We
add
can
that
add that.
too. Yeah,
Other than
can't
that,
remember, but yeah.
I cannot wait to hear all about your vacation,
Yes.
and you
Yes.
must send
Follow me
pictures.
on social and you'll
Yes,
see pictures. Yes, it's always fun.
love it.
Always fun.
Well, Christina,
All right.
once
Well,
again,
happy vacay, everyone, and see you soon.
yes, cheers.
Cheers. Bye bye.